everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Bangs and Bruises. We are on week 2. That means we're on episode 4. Well, 4. And I am so excited about today's prompt. Today's prompt is about influences. The music that shaped me growing up. Y'all, in this topic, I'm really excited to talk about this. I feel like I'm going to ramble and just kind of get off topic and go everywhere, but this really is super exciting to talk about because I feel like this kind of gives y'all a little bit more in depth of why I choose the music that I do now or why I'm going in the direction that I'm going into now. So, in earlier episodes, I told y'all that dance was how my first spark for music, and how that is how I fell in love with music was through dance first, by expressing myself through movement. So, how it was even found out that I could sing, right? I think I mentioned this in the early episode. If I didn't, I'm gonna go over it again. So I was in the mirror during, I think it was just practice. I was there early or I was staying late. I'm not sure. But I know I was in the mirror and I was singing Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears. And one of the teachers was listening to me sing and then told the owner. I think that's how that went. But I know someone snitched on me. So I'm in the mirror doing my thing and I'm singing Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears. And again, I love the song. I am a huge Britney Spears fan. I love Britney Spears. And so anyways, they told it on me. And when they told it on me, they told my father. And my father was like, my daughter can sing? No, she can't. And I was like, yes, she can, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, I am presented with a CD and I have to learn a song called Because You Love Me by Celine Dion. And so that's the very first song I ever had to learn. And I had to, I guess, teach myself this song. So pretty much what happened was, and if my memory serves me right, I had the CD. I put it in a CD player. So I got me a boombox CD player. It was the silver ones. I wish I could upload a picture, but I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. That silver boombox. And you have to press the button on top and it opens up the lid. Put the CD in there, close it, and I had to go to, I think it was probably number 4 on the CD. I don't know. And I had to listen to that. Because the owner told my father, like, hey, let her listen to this, let her learn it, blah, 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 because I want her to sing it at my dance recital. So, mind you, I'm all about dance. I'm super excited. I'm learning all these, I'm learning tap and jazz and ballet. I was really good. I was actually dancing with like the older kids and everything like that. But anyways, so next thing you know, I'm having to learn this song on top of learning, all of my routines for dance. So I learned it. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm just in the room and I'm just practicing that and trying to memorize the song. I think she even made like a backing track for me to practice. So I wouldn't hear Celine Dion singing it. I'm singing. So again, if my memory serves me right, I was like 6 years old, I think, at the time. I really truly am giving you what my memory is telling y'all, but that's how I remembered it. So anyways, influences. So right off top, we have Celine Dion. Okay, so I'm singing that at a very young age. Mind you, Celine Dion is a powerhouse, right? Celine Dion is untouchable when it comes to vocals, like wow, you know what I'm saying? So I had to learn that song. I did sing it on stage. I'm sure somebody may have a video or not. I had on this really cute little dress and my hair was all done and cute and I sung and then I had to go back and change and then get ready to dance. Wow, So Celine Dion influence. So that's where I guess I feel like where my strong vocals come from, where my emotions come from. That song is very powerful. If you've ever heard it, it's a beautiful song. So now let's move forward. So again, when I'm listening to, and that's what shaped me singing wise, because I had to sing, but I probably was singing other artists and, to the songs that I was dancing to and didn't realize it. Like again, Britney Spears, I was singing her songs. So technically, in my first song that I was really singing, confidently was Britney Spears, and then I had to sing, seriously because you loved me. So if you merge the two, if we go off the first two artists that I know for a fact I was singing and dancing to, but mainly singing, was Britney Spears and Celine Dion. Clash, bam, here I am, right? And it doesn't make any sense, but if you really think about it and you listen to my music, it's kind of like, okay, she has some strength in her voice. On top of that, she's being fun and playful and having a great time. Anyways, so I guess, and then my memory is a little jumbled here at around this age in my life, but my father, I guess, took the advice of somebody else and had me listening to a lot of like soul singers. So I was listening to Whitney Houston. I was listening to Billie Holiday. I was listening to Aretha Franklin. I was listening to Diana Ross. And I was listening to Patti LaBelle. And I was listening to Mahalia Jackson. So at night, my father would put on one of the CDs and let me listen to it, while I fall asleep. And I would be listening and studying these women and studying their voices. So again, Billie Holiday was a jazz singer, right? She was very smooth and she had a very smooth, I want to say nasally tone, but it was just very jazzy, right? And then you had Whitney Houston, which was powerful, beautiful, angelic. Mahalia Jackson, which is real strong, grounded, right? Patti LaBelle, which is very high, very sassy. And then you had, what else did I say? Aretha Franklin, which is, oh my God, just all around, all the things. She could have been sassy. She could have been angelic. She could have been powerful. She could have been fun. She could have been anything, Aretha wanted to be, she was, and she was just amazing. So I'm listening to these beautiful, wonderful singers, and I'm studying them vocally as I am growing up. It's because I guess I'm trying to, how can I say, interpret what they're doing and trying to copy that, and that's how I became a singer. I put singer. I am a singer, but that's how singing came about, was singing these songs. Whitney Houston, I sung I Will Always Love You. What's that song? I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. That song. What is that song? I don't remember the name of the damn song, but that song is something about the greatest gift of the world and the children and stuff. Yes. And then Patti LaBelle, If You Only Knew, that song was powerful. I was listening to that. And New Attitude. New Attitude is probably my favorite Patti LaBelle song. It's very high. I can barely do it even right. I probably could have did it when I was younger because my voice was naturally higher. Now I'm gonna struggle. I can do it, but I'm gonna struggle. Mahalia Jackson, she was a gospel singer. I can't remember the name of the song that I really liked, but I'll bring it up later on in another episode or when I can think of it. Oh, what else? Anyways, I'm naming songs because these are the songs I was singing and copying as a child, and which kind of, influenced me and shaped me so much to the reason why I was singing the way I was singing growing up. So as we're moving, through age and as I'm singing and then, running track, because, I'm not doing, and I'm no longer in dance, right? So there's other artists that I mentioned in the previous episode that really shaped me, that I really loved, and I watched them. I also tried to imitate them, which was Aaliyah, Usher, Michael Jackson, Genuine, artists that sung and danced, and Britney Spears. These artists shaped me on the dancing side as well as singing. You know what I mean? Because they sung, but they was dancing, and I was just I was just so in awe. Janet Jackson. These artists have shaped that side of me, and why I have to dance. Like I have to dance, and I feel like these artists moved with their music. You know what I'm saying? And it was so fun, and their music was just, you just listen to it and you just bop and you groove and you do what you do, but they still had their vocals. They still was singing, you know what I'm saying? And then, so I have like two extremes, technically, based off of what I was listening to, which was a lot of soul singers, the powerful soul singers. And then, the hip hop R&B, you know what I mean, in the 90s and everything like that. James Brown, I remember having a James Brown CD. He was, they call him the king of soul, you know what I mean? So, and I'm rambling right now because I'm trying to, like, all these memories are popping up in my head about like the singers I listened to. Now, oh, yes. So even though I was listening to these singers, and because I was told, okay, you need to sing like this, and these needs to be the people she needs to study, da 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 da, because she can sing, so she needs to practice them and study them. And then it was like, oh, she can dance, so she needs to practice, listening to Aaliyah and Usher and all these other Missy Elliott. Oh my God, I can't believe I would even forget her, Missy Elliott, and watch them and copy their dance moves and all of that. Well, my father was also very much so a hip hop head. So I listened to a lot of rap, tons of East Coast rap, like Biz Markie, Tupac was, back and forth, but I listened to Tupac. I loved Biggie, listened to a lot of Jay-Z. Um, what else I was listening to? What's that group back in the days when I was young? I'm not a kid anymore, but some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. That, and Roxanne and Queen Latifah. My father didn't really listen to a lot of female rappers, but I know she was, big. Who else did I listen to rapper wise? I just listened to a lot of DMX. Oh my God, DMX. That was my father's favorite probably rapper. So I listened to a lot of DMX. I listened to Scarface. I listened to what else did I listen to growing up rapper wise? And this is what my father really liked, but I still loved hip hop. Like hip hop to me was like, I don't know, I can't explain it. It was still like deep, emotional, it was real, and I felt like I wanted to rap as well because I listened to so much hip hop. Hip hop is what inspires me to rap, and it's not really rap, but I approach songs like a hip hop artist would, I guess, if that makes sense. Like when I write my own songs, I approach them depending on the beat. I approach them as a rap song, right? Because rap is really nothing but poetry if you really think about it. But I approach my songs as a rapper would. So most of my songs you've heard, I rapped it first before I even sung it. So that's kind of how that goes. Like my song "Right for My City," which was picked up lyrically by a group. I hope I'm not butchering their name. Il Low, and they're a group based out in Paris, Berlin, over there, UK area, and they really liked that song. The lyrics, I guess, riding around with a lot on my chest, thinking how I'm put these hoes to rest. Like that, I approached that song as a rap song. Anyways, so hip hop has influenced me quite a bit. Listening to these real like strong, very influential rappers, right? So, and I know I'm forgetting a few rappers because I'm kind of just going off the top of my head, but yeah. So there's three parts to me, right, that influences me. You got the soul singers, you got the R&B hip hop, dancers slash singers. Whitney Houston danced a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the dancers. And then you got hip hop, you got rap, you know what I'm saying? You got like rap. And excuse me, those have shaped me as an artist. And as I grew up even further, I gotta go further because I really have to let y'all know like where most of my, influences and why I choose to do songs the way I choose to do songs. My favorite artists, growing up, like that I just fell in love with, like I just absolutely had to listen to. And I still listen to when I was younger. When I first heard her voice, I was just blown away. I still think she's absolutely amazing. It's definitely still my top three artists. Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige gave me exactly what I feel like the industry, I guess, needed. And I'm a 6-year old, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever year old girl talking about, oh, this is what the industry needs. But you couldn't tell me nothing about Mary, and you still can't. Okay? She gave us singing on hip hop beats and she gave you emotion. She gave you jazzy. She gave you fun. She gave you sexy. She gave you real. She gave you everything. Put that on a motherfucking hip hop beat, New York sounding beat, and did that shit. Like, to me, Mary was everything I wanted to be like as an artist. As close as I possibly could get to was Mary. I felt like at a young age, because she just gave me everything. And then my favorite artist after her, or they're neck and neck. And honestly, Missy might be a little bit more of a fave, just because I have to dance, I have to move, and I feel like Missy Elliott just gave us that. Okay. Fun fact, I went to Missy Elliott's concert last year. It was absolutely amazing. You couldn't tell me nothing about her. She was so great. And it was just like, wow, she is singing, she is rapping, she is dancing. Again, everything, all that I see myself doing as an artist. You get what I'm saying? And she has a little bit of that, jazzy sound to her. So, like, pussy don't fail me now, like, I just feel like everything she does is just, and you didn't even know she was being nasty in her lyrics until you really listened to her lyrics. That's how amazing she was. And then, she had Timbaland behind her, which shout out to Timbaland, boo boo. And you see how excited I'm getting just talking about it? Like, it is truly, it truly transformed me and influenced me as an artist. And I listen to these women and men, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. Like, and so I want to also talk about the artists that I didn't listen to. So a lot of people be like, oh, you never heard of so and so and so and so and so and so. And I'm like, well, I didn't really listen to that growing up. Again, my father was listening to a lot of hip hop. So a lot of hip hop was being shoved down my throat, which again, didn't mind. I like music. But like, I didn't listen to like Silk. I didn't listen to Jodeci. I didn't listen to who else am I trying to think of? Blackstreet. I did listen to other like groups and stuff like that, but they were mainly I don't know how to explain it. They were a little bit different. They were on the other end of the spectrum, and I still didn't really listen to them like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't listening to those ad-libbing, hardcore ad-libbing singers. I mean, Usher did ad lib and stuff like that, but it to me it's just a little bit different, like Silk and Jodeci. Um, who else I didn't really listen to a lot of like old school greats outside of the names I've mentioned. So my music influences, even though I just named quite a bit of people, it is very narrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really get a lot of different sounds in my ear. Hence, probably why I sing the way I do and I approach songs the way I do. And even though my voice is meant to be stronger and sing like these strong, soulful songs, I don't approach music, nor do I want to do music like that, because it's not fun for me. It doesn't give me any excitement or any thrill. So yeah, it's just really like all about what has, moved me, and that's just kind of what it is. And there's like, again, there's people who like look at me like, you never heard of so and so, like back in the day, and I'm like, nope. But at the end of the day, it's like what my friend said. That's the reason why I approach music the way I do, and people don't really understand me sometimes musically, because they're like, oh, you sing like this, but you want to do music like this, and I'm like, yeah, because I want to do both. Beyonce does both. Victoria Monet does both. I feel like, why can't I do both? Why do I have to put myself in a box when I truly don't fit in one? I don't fit in a box at all. And I feel like my music influences are the reason why I don't fit in a box. And again, I really wish I could pull, my iPod Nano, y'all, it died on me, and it's not popping on at all. And I wish I could like scroll through here and like name certain songs, and that it really had like, oh yeah, this song, this song, this song, this song. Oh, that brings me back to one more influence that has shaped me growing up. And then I'm gonna leave. I'll try to end it here. So I really started to appreciate rock music, I guess, or alternative rock, in middle school. So it was different, it was loud, it was proud, it was just raw, and I really, 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 really liked that style of music. Well, certain artists, not all of them. Like, so I wasn't really into like Marilyn Manson, you know, but even though I liked his song The Beautiful People, The Beautiful People, The Beautiful People, I thought it was pretty cool. So I wasn't into like Marilyn Manson or Kiss, you know, or anything like that. Um, Even though I thought they were pretty cool and they're pretty dope and everything like that, but I'm more so leaning towards like Paramore, Linkin Park, um, and who else? I can't sit here and think for the life of me. I really liked Nickelback. They're more like country rock. I mean, he had a country twang to him. Um, so, but I didn't listen to a lot of rock, but the rock that I did listen to definitely had me in a chokehold. You know, I wish I could pull out the songs and you'd be like, oh, and I remember my I guess boyfriend at the time, husband now, was like, "You listen to songs like that?" Or like my friends be like, "I didn't know you listen to music like that." I'm like, "Yeah, because I love the way they sing. I love the way they sound. I love the just the emphasis, the power, the emotion. It's just raw and it's fun. The guitars, the drums, like all of that. And I really do see myself being like that, like a rock star. And I feel like my song "Off with Their Heads" has a little bit of that rock influence in there. Um, and I want to continue to do that as far as like my music goes. And the more I'm talking about this, y'all, and I knew this was going to be a long episode. The more I'm talking about this, the more I'm like, there's other influences that y'all have to know about. Um, Classical music. So classical music, I don't really know the name of these classical composers or anything like that. But I did sing. I was classically trained for quite a long time, and I have and at the end of Off with Their Heads, you hear me singing in an operatic tone. Classical music has absolutely influenced me as well to be the artist that I am today, because I just think classical music is just so beautiful in its own way. You know what I mean? And I feel like you could just take it to make it whatever it is you want it to be. And so with classical music, there is a right and a wrong way, right? But I like to take what I think is right and put it into what fits me best as an artist. Um, and I just feel like classical music or folklore, I don't know what to really call it, but I really feel like that has definitely shaped me as well as an artist, because I did it for so long. You know, one of my favorite songs, I consider it classical, but it's not, I guess so. It's by Nino Rota. What is a Youth? I really love that song. What is a youth compared to his fire? What is a maid, ice and desire? The world wax on. So does a youth. And I'm butchering the lyrics, but beautiful song. I would love to add that one day to one of my albums as a cover song, because I just think it's fucking beautiful. Anyways, I can go on about this all day. EDM music popped up in my head. I had a moment where all I was listening to was house music and EDM music. But if I had to go with the three main things that really shaped me, was hip hop, soul, R&B, obviously, and with a hint of rock, with a lots of classical, you know, with a bounce of EDM in there, and then bam, you got Jade Massentoff. um, so yeah, this is what shaped me, molded me, y'all, and I just take and everything that I was going through. Again, I was keep it real and speak my truth. You know, everything that my father had put me through, my mom through, my brother through, music was just my escape. Music was my way to get out, to be something, you know, else in my head, you know, and that's all I could do was really run into my head and run into the music and be whoever I thought, you know, I wanted to be, or whatever that music made me feel. I really felt it, because I wanted to feel anything else other than what I was going through. And I'm thankful for the music that was, you know, put in front of me, I am thankful that he was listening to hip hop and really only listened to hip hop. I'm thankful that he sat me in front of the thing and made me sing Celine Dion to sing on stage. I'm thankful for all of these things, but it came with a price. You know, it came with hell. It came with a lot of abuse. It came with a lot of and not just, obviously there's other things too I'm going to mention later on, but um just the sexual abuse I, you know, had went through when I was younger. Not from my father, so don't, and I can't, because that's, he was on a whole nother spectrum of abuse. And then on the other side of there was abuse. So, you know, and then being bullied growing up, you know, and everything like that, people picking on me, and the only thing that really saved me was that I was talented and that I had singing abilities and that I could do music, that I could dance. You know, I didn't look the greatest growing up. I looked horrible as a kid, y'all. You know, like, oh, you're just a kid. You know, it's just, there's just things that I can talk about. And I'm gonna get deeper and deeper into this story, y'all, because I feel like there's so many layers that it is gonna confuse people, but I want people who really are interested to grow with this. Anyways, I'm gonna leave this episode at that because again, I can go on and on about the influences, music influences that shaped me. But I hope that kind of gives people more in depth of who I am as an artist and why I choose to do the music the way I choose to do music. You know, I grew up in the church. I sung a lot of gospel songs, but you know, whoop de woo. But that's not really, you know, yeah, I have a strength of a gospel singer, but doesn't mean that's what I wanted to do, you know, or I don't feel like just because I can do it doesn't mean I should. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people, oh, I can do that, and they do it. And I have that problem too, but I need to stop. Anyways, so y'all know at the end of each episode, I pull a tarot card. Yeah, just because it's kind of just a part of my witchy journey. I know people think tarot cards are evil and all this other stuff. Tarot cards are what you want them to be. That's just what it is. Do your research, you know, before you come judging and saying this and that and blah 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 blah. And if you did do your research, do more research. Because I really don't care how people feel about what I choose to do, you know, to cope or to move forward or to grow as an individual. Because y'all weren't there when I was young. Y'all weren't there when I went through all the abuse. So you can't tell me how I choose to heal. And I'm going to heal as loudly as I want to now. Because I was healing very quietly and people still stepped on me and act like I wasn't there. So we're going to heal loudly all motherfucking year. Anyways, here we are. So I'm going to show y'all the card first. Normally I kind of open the deck and pick what I normally feel, but I've just been shuffling it a little bit. Pull the first card and I read off of my little book here. Ooh, look at my penis. Anyways, I'm leaning over and I done fell. Anyways, y'all see that? Okay. So, Princess of Swords. Okay, I've been getting a lot of kings and queens and princesses. To me, sword cards, I normally don't like pulling sword cards because sword cards normally always mean some type of emotion, some type of, you know, so we'll see what it is. So, Princess of Swords is ideas. Okay, interesting. You need to appreciate and communicate ideas, information, and theories. Abstract thinking can help you see weak spots in plans and systems. New information will produce surprises. Beware of gossip. Protect your privacy. Okay. So it says gossip, privacy, and discretion, and a young person may be involved. Blah 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 blah. Your ability to be clear will be tested. Okay, cool. I don't really think that really resonates with me, or it could just mean that, you know, my readers, not my readers, my listeners are probably gonna, you know, speculate and so on and so forth about what I just said. And that's fine. Y'all can go ahead and think whatever y'all want to think. But if you continue with me on this journey, all your answers will be answered. Well, at least 90% of them, obviously. So, yeah. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Let me put my little lucky elephant back in here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and watching another episode with me and getting to know me and getting to learn me as an artist and as an individual. This is very therapeutic for me, and I hope this is in some way therapeutic for somebody else. Maybe me telling my story will help inspire somebody else and be like, you know what, I can do this. This is okay. Life is going to get better. You just have to believe and know that things are going to get better, because it will, I promise. And just don't give up. Just don't give up. Don't stop. So yeah, I I appreciate my viewers, and I am just so thankful that I do have a community of people who love me and want to see me succeed and thrive, and this is awesome for me. Anyways, I don't know what, I can't remember. I don't know what the next episode is about, but it will be dropping on Wednesday. So I'm releasing 3 videos a month. 3 videos a month. 3 videos a week for the month of January. So this one, and then I have one on Wednesday, and then I have one on Friday. So I'm doing it for the month of January, and they should be uploaded by 12 o'clock. So yeah, I think that's it. I'm just rambling at this point. Thank y'all so much. I hope to see y'all again at my next episode of Bangs and Bruises, and we get deeper and deeper into my story, into my life. And I hope y'all are having a good time. I hope y'all feeling that I'm being real and authentic, because this is gross, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. All right, see y'all next time. This was episode 4. Yeah, episode 4. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.